All right, let's do this real quick. I'm not going to swap categories or anything for it. Honestly, trying to get everything done today. I'm already a little bit late to the game. But this dropped earlier, which is a director's take. Happy holidays. Director takes are typically directly from Aaron Keller, so these are always nice to read. Director's take, happy holidays. Hi everyone, welcome back to another director's take. A lot has happened since our last blog, the OWCS finals, Hazard's gameplay reveal, our first 6v6 test, and an awesome season 14 launch. If you haven't seen what it takes to put together our newest hero, be sure to check out the broadcast segment from the finals. It was incredible being in Stockholm, meeting so many of you, and working alongside my team and the incredible voice actors and esports talent. The whole event was really special. Everyone talks about their meatballs, but I never expected Sweden to have such delicious pizza. Honestly, OWCS was pretty good. Yeah, hearing that NRG Shock didn't get invited back as a partnered NA team and got like left out in the cold by Blizzard. Yeah, if you didn't hear about that, yeah, go look into that on your own. Is one of the most wild things. A team from 2016, one of the only teams that actually supported them at the first season of OWCS, of two OWL orgs, Toronto Defiant and San Francisco Shock, and they got left out in the cold. Actually disgraceful behavior from them. As we head into the holidays, we wanted to check in and talk about some things that we were really excited for in-game. Let's get right into it. Also, by the way, this has nothing to do with like Aaron when I talked about that. Like Team 4, the Overwatch team. I love Team 4 and the Overwatch team. That is classic, just like esports Blizzard side. Like genuinely, they're just idiots. Genuine f***ing idiots. Hazard's trial and launch. During Hazard's trial period, we were blown away by how excited the community was to play him. Based on your feedback and some things we saw during the trial, his effectiveness was originally not quite where we wanted it to be. He was at most 50% unmirrored win rate across all ranks and 47% win rate at Masters Plus ranks on PC. When it came time for Season 14 launch, we targeted improving consistency with Bone Spur, strengthening his spike guard, improving his vault passive, and reducing some of the less fun aspects of fighting an enemy Hazard. We're happy to see that these changes have largely landed where we hoped, as Hazard has climbed to higher unmirrored win rates, 55 and 56% at all ranks and Masters Plus respectively on PC through the weekend. Wow. So you're saying it's 55, 56 at all ranks and Masters Plus? I'm trying to think of a hero that's gotten launched where like medal ranks and high rank mirrored win rates. That's kind of awesome. Since then, we tuned down his ultimate charge rate a bit in our balance hotfix on Monday, but we have also seen that most of these broader changes positively impacted his lethality while leaving his survivability roughly intact, despite the recent buff to the DPS passive. One interesting aspect of Hazard's performance that we're keeping an eye on is the delta between his unmirrored win rate between PC and console. The leap in large aiming changes after can be demanding on a controller. So trial weekend on PC, everyone 50%, Masters Plus 47. This is Season 14 with the buffs, looking like about 55 and 56. And then on console, it looks like it's probably somewhere closer to 52, maybe? Give or take a little bit. Before the balance patch earlier this week, he had about a 3 to 4% lower win rate on console platforms than PC. So about that, maybe 51, 52, depending on where you were talking. This is sometimes the reality for heroes with leaping mechanics in Overwatch 2 on console, as we have seen the same phenomenon with Winston in the past. The large change in aim after can be demanding on a controller. We'll keep an eye on this as Hazard slays? LOL. Through matches throughout the holidays. If it becomes a problem, we can have some ideas on how to bring these win rates closer together. That's actually super interesting. So back in the day, they used to change, I don't know if they still do it anymore, but they used to change damage numbers on things like Torbjorn turret and Symmetra turret based on console versus PC. And specifically, low rank, like bronze and silver console players would get fucking decimated by turrets and deployables. So they literally changed the numbers for them. Actually, maybe even Pharah got a change. Was it Pharah as well? I'm trying to think. Maybe not. I might be losing my mind. 6v6 tests kickoff. The 6v6 test kicked off this week, and we've enjoyed watching you all jump into the game mode. Just as a recap, this test brings together the original 2-2-2 of tank damage support, roll queue rule set. There have been some balance changes for the test to adjust for the additional tank. We removed a lot of individual hero passives and tuned down key role passives. Again, there shouldn't be any passives for this at all. Like if you want to have individual role pass or individual passives like the Reinhardt Steadfast, that's fine. I think those are good. But overall, there shouldn't have been any passives at all. Tanks got the most change with their roll Q HP bonus removed, but several of them have HP adjustments to help them survive in the 6v6 environment. Some tank ability reworks like Roadhog's Scrap Gun and Take a Breather, along with Zarya's Particle and Projected Barriers, have been reverted to their original versions as well. The full list of changes can be seen here in the 6v6 patch notes. Later on, we will try a new experiment with 6v6 that will play similar to a quick play hacked that we tried last season, where up to 3 heroes of a single role can be on a team, but there has to be at least 1 hero in each role. The goal with this rule set is to allow greater freedom of hero choice, while still ensuring that each team has a semi-balanced roster. If we were to ever make 6v6 a permanent part of the game, this version would eliminate the queue times issue that we've had in the past with this max 3 mid 1 rule set, and will come later this season, as we could have some balance tweaks based off the current 6v6 mode. We hope to see some competitive intense action in both of these experiments. Yeah, but that's not going to happen though without a ranked mode. That's honestly one of the biggest complaints I've seen from people. It's like without anything to play for, like people are just going to queue up to just live through nostalgia and just have a good time with it. Which is not bad when you're just trying to have like a fun game mode. Like, you know, not every game mode needs to have a ranked, but like Mystery Heroes got a ranked mode because like everyone knew that like, hey, you know what, that might be kind of fun for a little bit, and it was. But then after a while, people stopped playing it. But for like a very short time game mode, it kind of got people to actually take it seriously. And I feel like a lot of people probably feel like their games aren't being taken seriously. Like they go into it, want to take seriously, and like other people aren't, which is fine. But it's hard to have a really balanced test at that point. So between that and the passives and also the timing with rivals and all that stuff, man, is it tough? It's tough for them there. I gotta say, like I don't feel great about it. 2024 competitive year rewards. On the topic of competitive, this is the last season of the 2024 competitive year, which means you can expect some pretty big changes, and we're excited. We're super excited about, and I think you will be too, coming in 2025. We're not ready to share everything we've planned, but you should expect a bit of a shakeup like we did at the start of 2024. You're going to love it. When season 9 happened, liked it. I thought it was fun. It'd shake up the whole game. But like, I remember even back then I said, everyone's going to love this for like a month. And then like 3 months later, everyone's going to start to hate it because they're going to see all the flaws. And now here we are a year later, and a lot of people hate the season 9 changes, like specifically the hero pool or health pool changes. And also the projectile changes, now that it's been all this time. So I wouldn't be surprised if people hear another shakeup and they're like, yeah, you're going back or you going somewhere else. I would expect that it's probably similar to that in some ways. And I would also expect that there's probably going to be a new competitive reward like Jade weapons, probably going to, I don't know, Diamond or some shit. I want to remind all of you that Season 14 is the last season to pick up Jade weapons. Oh, here we go. Jade weapon variant for any of your favorite heroes using 2024 competitive points. After that, we'll be premiering a new weapon variant that I'm super excited about, and any of your unspent 2024 competitive points will be converted to legacy competitive points, which can only be used to collect gold weapon variants. Okay. You'll be able to earn some additional points in other drive campaigns at the end of the season, and you'll be able, or it's going to be bigger than before as well. Why? Like, why do we always make it so complicated? You know? Why do we always make it so complicated? Why wouldn't you just convert Jade to the gold weapon version, you know, into the legacy? Right? Right? Like, I understood why they made 2 different versions of like competitive points and legacy competitive points, but now that it's been all this time, like, did it really make people want to play the game more and not like use their old competitive points? Like, I feel like it was kind of a flop to have multiple currencies for it. I don't know. New wintry cosmetics to unlock for free. To celebrate the festivities with all of you, yesterday we launched a holiday challenge in-game that gives you the opportunity to earn 3 wintry cosmetics. So this is awesome. This is actually really good. To learn more about the challenge, be sure to read our very rhymey blog from earlier this week. I did not write that, by the way. This is our way to show our appreciation for all of you, and we look forward to seeing you jump into some merry Yuletide fun while the team is on break for the rest of the year. Speaking of appreciation, when I look back at this year, I can't help but feel overwhelmed with gratitude for our community and the Overwatch team. There are a lot of amazing games out there, and I'd like to personally thank you for spending your valuable time and hours. Thank you for your involvement, feedback, and passion for our game. It means so much to us. I'd also like to include a huge thank you to the rest of the Overwatch team. Your support for each other and dedication to the game and to your craft bring new and wonderful parts of this universe to life every day. I expect us to come back in 2025 refreshed and ready to share all the things that we have in store in the weeks ahead. On behalf of everyone at Team 4, happy holidays, and may your play of the game highlights shine brightly. Let's make a great game, Aaron. Oh, that's kind of cute. Yeah, a little bit of a wear here. There's a lot of amazing games out there. I personally like to thank you for spending your valuable time with ours. Definitely some timing on that one I feel like could be put there. But I do think they've done a lot of good this year. I think they've improved a lot, but competition is great. Competition is amazing. Having competition is really important. It drives innovation. Hopefully having a new big bad competitor pushes Overwatch to start doing things that actually people asked for. Because I think that it's very apparent that it's a very much a honeymoon phase for Rivals at the moment. That being said, though, there's a lot of good things in that game that have been asked for in Overwatch for years. For example, hero bans, and hell, even a tournament system, and factions. Things that were asked for in Overwatch for years and was always kind of just like given the runaround about. And it's all there. And it's hard to not look at those things and go, why couldn't we have those there in Overwatch? I feel a little bit bad for the 6v6 tests. I think the timing really sucks for them, unfortunately. That being said, when I played it, my very small... I'll do a future video on it whenever I get to play a little bit more of it in the coming weeks. But yeah, there's your Aaron Keller director's take